Okay.
And then you'd be able to get it no problem.
And we're down to the last one.
I would love some 7.62 though.
Don't just drop the rest outside of it. There we go. Okay.
Faith plays a big, important, powerful role.
This is my last
I
mag.
still think it's more
Could be a
positive
problem
than
later.
negative, but obviously it's been a pretty decent negative. All right, Tucker. So King Kong and Godzilla, they team up. Who are they gonna have to beat? Mothra?
Might be a safe
Simple.
spot to rest for a few.
Mecha Ghidorah.
Barely lift
Oh shit!
Because Ghidorah died in the last movie, and the weird evil dudes, you know, who free Ghidorah in the first place, they might rebuild Ghidorah and turn it into a robot to get rid of Godzilla and Kong, so that way they can control the rest of the monsters. That way Mecha Ghidorah can become the king of the monsters again.
Did you come up with this theory yourself?
Now it's game theory.
Oh, okay. So this is their hot take.
Yes.
Could it be Godzilla 2000, the big robot Godzilla?
Yes, that too. That it could be Mecha Godzilla as well.
So it's either Mecha Godzilla, they think, or what was it?
Mecha Ghidorah.
Isn't Ghidorah the one who tried to be the king of the monsters?
Yeah.
I didn't even know there was a Mecha Ghidorah. I knew there was a Metal Godzilla. I didn't know there was a Mecha Ghidorah. How do they make Mecha
No way I can
Ghidorah?
fit this.
Like, just metal body. Metal body, and one of the heads is a metal head.
Why do they build it?
So that way Mecha Ghidorah can become king of the monsters, and then Mecha Ghidorah can control the rest of the monsters to be used as a military weapon.
Oh, okay, okay. So this is the evil guys from the last movie.
Yeah.
Okay. One punch. Satimi beats any and everyone, the Megazord.
And
Wasn't Godzilla 2000 though, the robot Godzilla built to save people?
I think so, yeah. And but remember, they're the evil dudes. They want to control them. They want to control the monsters.
Yeah. They're the ones who started this whole mess.
And in the movie, the game theorists describe that with the short trailer they were given, it was explained that Godzilla is acting abnormally, so that just increases the chances of it being Mecha Godzilla. Because Godzilla isn't acting right, you know? It's destroying cities and stuff.
Wait. Who?
Godzilla.
Isn't acting right. Because of what?
Because Godzilla is secretly Mecha Godzilla. You know how Mecha Godzilla was disguised as Godzilla in some of the movies?
Yeah.
It's like that again. Mecha Godzilla has like a
That's
layer.
a thing? Actually, I don't remember that being a thing.
Mecha Godzilla trying to disguise as Godzilla?
We were supposed to go to Survivor in Trouble, and we somehow got back to this damn traitor again. Yeah, I don't remember that being a thing, but I believe you. So
In the older movies, it happens.
don't worry about this guy. So Mecha Godzilla. Oh, never mind. Actually, we can trade here a little bit. Oh, so he's like Terminator, and so the Godzilla from the movies right now is gonna turn out to actually have been Mecha Godzilla in disguise the whole time.
Got anything useful you're looking to unload?
Sure.
No,
sounds
like
good.
the Godzilla in the last movie might be like enclosed in a maybe captured or something. Like maybe just chilling at the bottom of the ocean. And Mecha Godzilla is disguised as Godzilla and is destroying cities and stuff. You know?
Yes.
Because
Yes.
in the trailer it said that Godzilla was acting strangely.
So what you're
She's dead.
what you're trying to tell me, go ahead and play it again, Sam, is that the whole time King Ghidorah was actually the good guy.
No, in the last movie, it's the normal Godzilla.
Yeah, because he beats Ghidorah.
Yeah.
Crawl around me, help!
But in the new movie, it's Mecha Godzilla.
Well, the two best scenes from the new movie is when Mothra saves Godzilla and sacrificed her to Seth, which is amazing. And when Rodan gives that really, really nervous bow to Godzilla. I know I backstabbed you, but I'm your boy now. Does Rodan want to be the king of the monsters, Tucker?
I don't really know.
Do they all want to, or some monsters just cool with having their role?
I think some monsters are just fine with what's gonna happen.
They're just loyal to whoever the boss is at the time.
Yeah.
And that epic scene.
That's why
Rodan
Rodan was
makes-
following King Ghidorah's commands. You know, that's so. I think during the fight with Godzilla and King Ghidorah called in Rodan to deal with Mothra. You know, because Rodan appeared from the clouds.
Rodan really, really deep bow to Ghidorah, though. Like his nervous, sketchy bow to Godzilla, but his super deep, subservient bow to Ghidorah as king of monsters. So they gotta at least start fighting together, though. But so what we're saying here is the theory is they're gonna get into this big brawl. They're going at it. Godzilla's gonna be winning, and Kong's gonna be in some real trouble. But then the real Godzilla is gonna please stand up, and it all will be revealed that Godzilla is actually Mecha Godzilla. And then they will get into probably the most dynamic duo of epic tag team battles ever recorded in the history of the world. Godzilla, King Kong, back to back, life or death. All monsters enter, one monster leaves brawl. Am I hearing you right?
Yeah, but maybe somewhat halfway through the fight when Mechagodzilla is damaged somewhat, maybe Mecha Ghidorah will come in, you know?
Why would Mecha Ghidorah come in though?
Because remember in the last movie where Ghidorah is like really beat up and stuff? Maybe some parts of it still remain, you know? And they use those remaining parts to rebuild King Ghidorah into a robot like Mechagodzilla.
Yes. I mean, it's possible, but that's a lot of reveals for one movie. You know how Hollywood is. Like, you didn't get to see Batman until 50 years later. We didn't get Justice League until we got every movie in between.
They wanted to hype it up.
Right, well, that's what I'm saying. They're gonna hype up Mecha Ghidorah. Like, Godzilla is sweet, but he's no freaking Ghidorah.
Mecha Ghidorah has been shown before.
He's in the current movies?
No, he's been shown in past movies, though.
Yeah, in past movies, but this current run.
I don't know.
Because
Maybe.
they're all different, because what happened in Japan is they got really hokey, and they were just like basically comedy movies in the end.
Yeah.
But,
It looks really weird.
but then they got rebooted in the US after Godzilla 2000 was ass. And now they're on this like current run that's real successful, where they're kind of like hokey, but they're also kind of cool and serious.
They're supposed to be mostly cool.
Yeah, they're mostly cool, but you know they don't take themselves too seriously. Like get on the Triceratops on the 50, and it just looks badass. Which I think right now it goes Peter Jackson's King Kong, and then the Godzilla reboot. And then it goes the Kong Islands, and then the second Godzilla movie. That second Godzilla movie, I did not like that much. There was like cool scenes in it, but it wasn't. It's just like Skull Islands. There's cool scenes, but the overall movie isn't as good as some of the others.
Godzilla King of the Monsters?
Yeah, the sequel. Like, again, really cool scenes, but the story was not near as good.
My favorite one was when King Ghidorah was on top of the mountain and spread his wings and roared while thunder was coming down, and you could see the cross on another shorter mountain.
Yeah, that was badass, and it looks real dark. They're like playing almost like Black Sabbath music.
What was your favorite shot?
Your
scene?
I mean, that was up there. That was definitely up there. I like when Mothra shows up, because I always really like the original Mothra.
I give him the same answer.
Like the way she
had no idea
spread her
people
wings
actually
when
listened
in
to
the
each
waterfall.
I guess I can say.
I don't know, just the original Mothra. I was just a kid when I watched it. I was like younger than you, and so it just like mesmerized me. Thought it was a really cool creature. So I like what they've done with Mothra's fiction. That Mothra is actually just a healer. You know, that's what I play in games. I play the healer. So it was like, oh, hey look, here comes Miko. Here comes Lifeline. She's coming in, baby.
Mothra is kind of like part moth, part bee. And
Don't they explain that it's like ancient though? And that's
Yeah.
what it's always done, is tried to heal the planet. Hashtag not all monsters. That's a long shot theory in my opinion. On Mechaghidorah or on Godzilla 2000. It was way better with Matthew Broderick Godzilla. Is that the one that where they're in New York and Taco Bell ran endless ads with the little chalupa dog?
the reason that Godzilla and the monsters came up was to regain their original land. Because they explained that in Godzilla King of the Monsters. They're just taking back what was theirs. Because the story says that they've been there for millions of years. That explains why they got so big.
Why is Godzilla cool with like protecting us and King Kong, but King Ghidorah just wants to kill us all?
Let's look somewhere else.
I don't know.
God-
Because near
King
the end of the
Kong wants to
movie,
be on Star. He's cool just chilling there.
yeah, he doesn't want anything to do with he doesn't listen to commands either. He won't listen to King Ghidorah's commands at all.
Wasn't Godzilla made? Isn't that different though? Wasn't he made by a nuke?
Yeah, it was like a lizard that was bombed by a nuke.
So he's not ancient like the other ones.
No, I don't think.
That first one, we gotta sit back and watch it.
But King Ghidorah is actually from a different planet,
Oh, he's an alien.
a false
oh, that's
king.
right. He comes in the comet, right?
Yeah, he's a false king.
Godzilla is a big lizard, so they dumped a bunch of fish and such. Yeah, that movie's awful. That movie's awful. But these latest movies are good enough. You know, I came in with low expectations, and I'm not been unhappy with those movies. I didn't like the Godzilla sequels much, though.
What? Which one?
The King of Monsters. Like, again, it had really cool shots and scenes. A little bit like a Zack Snyder movie. But I didn't think the story was as good as some of the others.
My favorite one was the 2014 Godzilla. That one just seemed way cooler, but it was just a little too dark.
Right?
It was just a wee bit dark in that movie. I couldn't see anything for a lot of the movie.
Well, that one was good because it paid a lot of respect to the original. Like that they're in Fukushima. It's been abandoned because of the nuclear disaster there. So it went back to how the original was about the dark side of nuclear energy, the negatives of nuclear weapons, and so on. It went back to that like theme with a. Don't breathe that shit. They can't hear you if you're on the mic. They want to hear your side too. You're informed on this topic.
That's why Godzilla was created. Because it was created by the Japanese to say, like, no more nuclear bombings and no more war.
Yeah, I mean, you'd probably say that if you just lost because of it. No, obviously it was terrible. Killed a lot of people. Saved a lot of lives. I don't think we were wrong to do the bomb. They refused to surrender, but obviously it'd be nice if in the history of humans we never have to do that again. So that makes sense, Ducker. That's cool that you know that. Hey, there's a supply over here. So what I'm saying is, like, since you're saying they went, nuclear war and prevention, that's what they did with the next one. Because Fukushima, the tsunami that hit Japan, they've had a huge nuclear disaster over there because of it. And
We have to improve our storage capacity. Unless we like losing
that's a part of
stuff
that
like
movie. Like the guy, Brian Cranston, the scientist who studies and believes in Godzilla, can't go to where he was from. He can't go back to that village because it's all been shut down. Just like Fukushima has been completely abandoned. It's an exclusion zone. You know what an exclusion zone is, Tucker?
Zone that is too nuclear to be habitable.
Yeah. Exclusion zone just excludes people. They had one in Chernobyl and they got one in Fukushima. And there's a few others in the world. Nuclear energy is great. The only problem is if you screw it up, you have to abandon whole cities.
We're down to the last one.
Now, granted, you gotta be a total moron to screw it up and not follow your engineers. That's what happens. Or you have to have a ungodly tsunami and build a nuclear reactor where you really shouldn't build a nuclear reactor. It's one of the safest forms of energy in the history of the world, but obviously if you screw it up, you really screw it up.
Interact.
Chernobyl, yeah, exactly, freak show. Imagine being an astronaut. Chernobyl. Yeah, Tucker, what's up?
Did you know that Godzilla was actually the inspiration to create costumes?
Costumes have existed for like thousands of years, though.
No, like a full body suit. Godzilla was the first like movie to have
Seems like there's always a couple
man
more
in a full body suit. But they didn't know much about full body suits, so the suit's temperature
weird one
rose up
here.
to 100 degrees.
Oh, yeah?
By the like third or fourth movie, they knew about suits better, so it could be a little more cold. Because the actor who was inside the suit he couldn't be in the suit for more than 5 minutes, or else he'd pass out.
Oh my god. This Feral, I just dodged it and it still gave me an infection. And that's lethal zone for you. That's crazy. I didn't know that, Tucker. You know a lot about this movie. The only like weird movie tidbit I know on that stuff is 007. There was this really, really attractive girl in Goldfinger and they painted her in gold. She's nude and they body painted her. She died because the paint killed her because there was lead in the paint. There used to be lead in paint and it poisons people and they wouldn't admit to it. Japan built a wall right. They've got their massive seawalls. They got those in New York now too, but I mean the tsunami was just so bad. And that's the problem. You know, there's a real debate that needs to be had on whether Japan should use nuclear energy. We shouldn't get rid of nuclear energy, not even close. It's like Japan is extremely seismically active. It might not be safe. That happened again. Not when I dodged this though.
Damn zombies.
To use freaking nuclear energy where you're gonna get an earthquake every other day. And they know, Japan knows, just like California, that they have something coming up called X Day. And X Day is gonna be a long predicted, nearly guaranteed, they know it's gonna happen, earthquake that's gonna hit Tokyo. And they prep for it and they run drills for it and they tried to build their city with it in mind, but they still think they're not ready and they know a lot of people are going to die.
Did you know this as well?
What?
Godzilla was actually... Not many people actually knew about Godzilla. The reason Godzilla got so popular was because of the first fight. Godzilla versus King Kong. Because one of the producers of Godzilla swapped the files of King Kong. So it turned into Godzilla vs. King Kong. And the public absolutely loved it, and that's how Godzilla got so famous.
You saying it was just an accident?
No, one of the Godzilla producers did it on purpose. They swapped the files out for Godzilla vs. King Kong.
Make sure your mic's close so I can get the whole thing.
One of the producers, the reason Godzilla got so popular was because one of the producers of Godzilla swapped the files in King Kong's developer's office thing, and it turned out the file was Godzilla vs. King Kong, and that's how Godzilla got so famous. Because before that, Godzilla was barely even known.
That's crazy. I thought Godzilla was fairly popular. You know, like, that's a pretty classic 50s B movie.
Yeah, but it wasn't known too well until after Godzilla vs. King Kong. Because Godzilla vs. King Kong was a big hit, and it was very
Suppose we can do
popular
something with this.
with a lot of people. So that's how Godzilla got some more attention.
Not much
Didn't
time
it-
before
when
they
did
get
Godzilla
here.
versus the first one come out? Wasn't it like the 80s?
It was 1945 or 1954.
The first Godzilla versus King Kong?
No, not the first ever Godzilla movie was 1954.
When's the first King versus Godzilla versus Kong then?
1960s? Because the second movie was just a year after the first. The second Godzilla movie was made a year later
I'll be right there.
from the first.
Oh, okay. Let me know when you're ready for an invite. They built the wall after Fukushima. Oh, okay. They must have built another one. Because I know that they've got seawalls just for tsunamis. I mean, look, they've had to undergo a lot of suffering over there. And pointing the finger from afar. Granted, you know, nobody's going to hear me. I'm just another ordinary citizen. It just seems to me that I listened to an interview on PBS. I'm a big believer in nuclear energy. Like, you don't need to believe in it. I think the science is pretty clear. It's a way out, especially with climate change. And with the way that we can now use the depleted nuclear cores to make more energy and so on and so forth. Like, I fully embrace our nuclear overload, but with how dangerous it can be, with how seismically unpredictable Japan is, it's a serious question Japan faces as to whether or not they should really have nuclear energy, or if they need to figure out different ways of making power. But it's tough because Japan doesn't have metals, it doesn't have coal. They have a real lack of natural resources in those departments. They don't have a lot of rare earth metals. So what else are they going to do? They're a huge ally to the U.S. and vice versa. The U.S. loves nuclear power, basically, except for when it doesn't. It doesn't seem to love it in its own country anymore. So, buy it from a trusted ally. Buy uranium, which the United States happens to have a lot of. Especially if we, you know, get a hold of Greenland. What, Tucker?
You'd probably remember this after I tell you. Remember in the 2014 movie, there's actually more than just one Godzilla.
What, Baby Godzilla? That stupid movie? That comedy?
No, from the 2014 Godzilla movie that we watched together.
There's another Godzilla around?
No, there's multiple. There's a scene where they find, like, a really, really old Godzilla corpse. You know, you could see all of its bones and stuff.
Oh, no, I don't
Remember?
That.
It was in the 2014 movie. There was more than just one Godzilla.
Oh, okay. I don't remember that. So what is that inferring?
It means that there might be more than just one way of getting a Godzilla. And it probably means that Godzilla might have not been created by the nuclear bomb. It might have just been powered up by it, you know?
Oh.
That's what caused it to rampage, you know?
So it is ancient.
Yes, I think. Because that one was way, I think, way bigger than the Godzilla that we see.
400 kilometers high. How did they manage to build it? Because they know Fukushima is still leaking. Like, it's low-key a more epic failure than Chernobyl, and people just don't talk about it.
Zombies will be here in a second.
And I don't like saying that. Don't think that I think I'm getting, like, you know, I get no joy in that whole idea, but it's a huge screw up, and it's basically been covered up, and we just don't talk. Nobody talks about it. Or they know that there's still radiation leaking out of that thing. Hopefully that wall makes a difference, though.
No way I can fit this.
That's like in space. I'm bad at math, so Wilso, thanks for coming in to save us. 330 kilometers above the Earth. That's amazing, actually. That I'm like, oh yeah, that sounds legit. They built a huge wall, 400 kilometers. I always, when I was writing short stories and sending them in every week, I always had to have my brother proofread my work because he has a master's in mathematics. Not for my grammar, but so that my scale was right, because I would always do like shit like that. Like, it had 50-mile thick walls, 50-mile thick walls and stuff. Like, all right, that is like as big as a city, Turok. Are you in, Tucker? I need your help.
I'm loading.
We're gonna kill this man, so get in here.
Yep. How many do we have left?
I don't know, because we still don't have a damn leader.
I thought you found a good leader.
We have a builder, but they have to become a hero, and I haven't been able to use anybody.
Ah.
If she heals up a little bit more, we can do it.
She's
We'll
just
also
very
get
low health.
Snacks in the moon. Now that'll protect. That will protect the people of Fukushima. Tucker, get outside. We're gonna do something. We're gonna use that feral. 400 kilometers would be, I mean, only because Wilson said it. I didn't know any better. I hate that glitch when they don't have a head anymore.
I see that.
I had full opportunity to do what I was doing. Oh my god.
I could use some medical attention here, stat.
Ah!
Okay, there's
I'm infected.
How do we lift this?
I confirmed this guy. Oh fuck it. I mean fudge it.
I'm gonna say no.
Later.
Well, that didn't go the way we wanted it to go, or even close. Run, 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 run.
Oh, he fell on his face.
We got so very lucky.
That he started running way before it got near.
Yeah, it didn't pop on us. I wrecked the freaking car. I'm infected and this guy's nearly dead, so that would have been the end of this guy. I'm almost tempted just to make him the hero. Tucker won't finish this up and it won't be the builder, but it'll be a run done. We're not even going to use the boon on the next few, so what's it even matter? The builder, though, is going to be like the easiest one, though. It's not a hard mission because you have a lot of backup. So let me cure this guy and switch
What do you
out.
mean the builder mission? Like,
That's all of
The
that.
legacy mission. So we get the hearts done, and then we just have a few missions, and then we legacy. And that one is not bad because you end up getting to recruit a ton of people.
We have a little favor to ask you.
near the end when we were doing Daybreak, it felt like we had everything we needed.
Yeah.
Even though it still felt kind of hard.
Daybreak, like when we were, oh my god, she has no stamina, and she's been resting for days. Oh, she's in pretty good shape. Holy cow.
Who is?
If she's a builder, Tucker, she'll be the leader. We'll be done. We'll be proud. It's 10:30. I promise we'll get out of here in a decent amount of time.
To play?
Yes.
Oh.
To play Pokemon Go.
Okay.
Is that what you want to play?
No.
See a lot of zombies coming in.
What do you want to play?
Shouldn't put up much of a fight.
I was wondering if Elite Dangerous Corps was multiplayer because it seems like a pretty cool Star Trek game.
You guys hungry? We're literally starving.
Well, too bad. We might give you mystery meat later.
God dang it. All
There's
right.
the loader squad up there.
You're the man who could save our run, so I'm gonna take a huge risk. I can't remember what we do for the Sheriff Legacy. But there's a hero, Tucker. This will tell us how many hearts we need. We're trying to red talon this thing. Okay, we have 12 hearts left. God dang, that's still so many hearts. So let me
we had.
I thought so too. I'll call this episode, then I'll be right back.